Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to look at the current placements and how they connect to the fall of Adam and Eve. This is a channeled message, and although we're looking at the current planet placements, it's still a timeless message because it's handling archetypal as well as just common themes that we experience within life. So the messages that are connected to it are full of wisdom that we can use now as well as later. And one thing that I really want to touch on is that when we're looking at these really powerful placements in astrology, it's important that we give ourselves as individuals permission to feel how these planets and placements are affecting us. Sometimes I feel, after having studied astrology, that people often give away their power and just wait for astrologers to tell them what's going to happen and how is it going to affect me. And in such cases, we're being reactive as opposed to responsive. And in such moments, we're giving away our power. And astrology, in its highest form, is based on taking back your power and understanding that power lives within you. That is Scorpio energy. And we all have all 12 signs in our birth chart. And Scorpio is telling us you have power, it lives within you. And part of it is your power of choice. So when we're being responsive, then we're making use of that power of choice. We're recognizing the power within and we're utilizing it, and we are no longer giving it away to others, and in some cases to people who don't necessarily have the ability to make those kind of decisions or give that kind of input that would be useful to us. So let's make sure as we go this journey, I'm going to share some feedback and some information, but I want to encourage you to really go within and to feel within, how does this feel for me? How does this connect to me? Does it resonate? Does it not resonate? Is it useful for me? And let's just be aware that, we have the power to determine how things can develop for us because we're in a world of free will, because we're in a world that is based on our thoughts, our emotions, and allowing these tools for manifestation to support us on our journey. So the constellations, or I should say the placements we're going to be looking at today, are Jupiter in conjunct Uranus in Taurus, as well as the North Node conjunct Chiron in Aries, and also Pluto in Aquarius. And we'll look around at the heavens and other placements as well, but those are just going to be the main three that are really going to help us to understand how the heavens right now are helping us to release self-doubt, release self-sabotage, self-criticism, and this feeling that we're not enough and that we're inherently faulty beings. So let's go on this journey now. Grab your pen, grab your paper, because later I'm also going to offer a pick a card reading and also journaling prompts so that you can really make this information personal, so you can really apply it to you and take the time to see what it is that you can really glean from it. Let's go. So many of us know the story of Adam and Eve, and it's the creation story of how humanity first started on this earth. And some consider it to be mythological, some consider it to be religious. It doesn't necessarily matter how one views it. It's about, how can I view this story to help me understand what has been passed on to me through cultural conditioning that has brought me to a position of thinking less of myself than I deserve. And as we look at this story, I just want you to reflect and give yourself the opportunity to ask yourself, how are these archetypes or these common themes playing a role in my life today? So as we know, Adam was created by God and Eve followed as a helpmeet to Adam. I'm going to keep the story short because most of us know it. And they were in the Garden of Eden, which is a place of bounty, complete bounty. I mean, everything you need is at your fingertips. Adam and Eve wanted for nothing. Everything they wanted was already provided. There was just one request, which is do not eat from the tree of good and evil. And so one day the serpent spoke to Eve and said, why not take a bite? There's obviously something special about this tree that God is withholding from you. So why not find out what it is? And so, as a result of this trickery, this conversation, Eve took a bite of the apple, and then following that, convinced Adam to take a bite as well. And once they did, there was a complete shift. There was a shift. Suddenly, they realized they were naked. They felt shame for their nakedness. And God was walking in the garden and said, and stopped, and he felt that something had changed and realized what had happened. Interestingly enough, when he asked Adam and Eve about it, Adam said, it was the woman. She said, she gave it to me. And immediately you see this common theme of shame being awoken in the human, as well as blame, you know, not taking responsibility for the decision to bite the apple, but instead saying, I was tempted, and putting the responsibility on someone else. So this is how we're told the creation story. And again, it's just a short summary, and there are thousands of different versions of the story, but it's just a quick look at it. What I am understanding through the message that I'm receiving is that we are in a Garden of Eden, and that's the concept here on earth. Everything we need is already provided for us. It's already at our fingertips. Everything we want. But what often keeps us from indulging in the beauty of this bounty is the thought, I'm missing out on something. There might be something more, which is what got Eve to bite the apple. The other concept is a lack of worthiness, feeling like I'm not worthy of this bounty. And so when we think about the fact that we are tremendously creative beings and we have the power to really pull in whatever it is we want to experience, and it's at our fingertips, often we have a difficulty accessing this power because of toxic shame being passed on to us through generations, as well as toxic blame, as well as this fear that I'm missing out on something. There's something better. I should be there, whereas I'm only here. And so we're constantly confronted with this idea of, just to put it all under one roof, one frame, of not being good enough. And the current constellations, the way the planets are situated at the moment, are offering us the opportunity to tear that down. It's like a tower moment, just really sending lightning and breaking down that conditioning that has us thinking we are unworthy, that we are shameful beings, and we do not have access to the things that it is that we need. Now, everyone has noticed that recently we're in a culture of manifestation. Everyone's talking about it. It's all over social media, whatever. But in order to really access that power, it does require an inherent feeling of worthiness, an understanding of the beauty of who we are inherently. And it's difficult to access that because culturally we've been taught that we're unworthy beings that constantly have to strive in order to earn that kind of belonging, to earn, that kind of bounty or that type of abundance. So many of us are stuck in a cycle of productivity instead of being. So I'm just want to talk to you about some of the placements at the moment that are offering us the opportunity to tear down just this old conditioning that is no longer serving us. The world is leveling up. I mean, I know you guys feel it. The earth is shifting, and we have this great opportunity to level up with it. So I just want to share what I know in order to support you in really moving forward and stepping into your power. So Jupiter conjunct Uranus in Taurus. Jupiter is the planet of vision. It's the planet of abundance. It's the cornucopia. And Uranus is the energy of the rebel, innovation. Uranus is all about throwing off conditioning and just living that authenticity. So when you bring together Jupiter, the largest planet, together with Uranus, you're bringing together and like just two firecrackers, one having to do with abundance, good luck, transmigration of ideas, just the beauty that is connected to this life, together with the energy of the rebel. And when you bring these two together, there's definitely an energy of discovering your own inner beauty, discovering your own inner bounty, because Uranus is saying it's time to throw off the conditioning and accept who you are, embrace who you are. And Jupiter is saying, because there's a lot of abundance there, there's a lot of beauty there. And with them both being in Taurus, Taurus has a lot to do with resources. And a lot of people say, oh, Taurus has to do with finances. You know, it's all about getting that money. Taurus is not just finances, it's your values, it's your resources, but not just your external resources, it's your internal ones as well. So the question that I feel that Jupiter and Uranus are asking us is, what are your values? Who are you? What is it that you bring into this world? Because Taurus can also be an energy of farming. It makes me think of the Garden of Eden with Jupiter there and Uranus there. Adam and Eve were able to be themselves. They were able to be naked and not feel any kind of shame. There was, trees, fruits, food, animals, water, everything was there. It was provided for, which reminds me of the energy of Taurus in combination with Jupiter. And then you bring Uranus into the mix where you're able to step up in your own authenticity, in your own innate beauty as a creation of God. And so I feel like this particular placement is offering us the opportunity to reconnect with that inherent bounty, with that understanding that as an emanation of source energy, you are inherently perfect. It's not something you have to strive for. It's not something you have to earn. Your inner beauty is something that cannot be touched. It's that part of you, like Maya Angelou used to talk about. It's that part of you that is just always pristine and precious. And Jupiter conjunct Uranus and Taurus is offering you the opportunity to return to that beauty, to return to that bounty, and to acknowledge it on a daily basis. To release this concept of original sin, of being faulty, and coming to this earth already a little off, and instead to connect to the understanding that you are perfect as an emanation of source energy, which means that God lives within you. So you're naturally perfect. And so any criticism you say about yourself, you have to recognize you're saying it about God as well. And that's why I always speak to people about the I am. We're going to move now into Aries conjunct the North Node, because Aries is the I am. Now, the zodiac is telling a story, and it begins with Aries in March, and it's the soul coming down into the body. And Aries, as the I am, reminds us that when we speak the words I am, we need to be conscious of the fact that that is source energy. So in Exodus chapter 3, and I have to say, I'm not religious. This is just a bounty of wisdom that I'd like to share with you that I've picked up. And this was a channeled message that I also picked up. With the I am, when Moses asked, how should I introduce you to the Israelites, God? Who should I say is giving me these messages? He said, tell them, I am that I am. And the I am has sent you to them. And so anytime you pair words with I am, you are pairing that word with a creative force. So if you're saying, oh, I'm so dumb, I'm so cheap, you are pairing that energy with the most creative force that there is. And so you're creating that energy for yourself. So make sure in this Aries season and in general, timeless reading, that you are making sure that whatever you pair with the I am is something that you actually want to create within your life. Because you better believe whatever follows that I am has the power to be pulled into your experience. And so with Aries conjunct the North Node showing us, with Aries, with the North Node conjunct Chiron in Aries. What did I say before? With the North Node conjunct Chiron in Aries, what we're doing is we're in a space of healing. We're in an opportunity to heal ourselves. So when we think back to the fact that Jupiter and Uranus are conjunct in Taurus, and that's the Garden of Eden, everything's at our fingertips. We are inherently beautiful. Chiron conjunct the North Node in Aries is giving us an opportunity to bring healing to this energy and to say, I'm perfect as I am, because Aries has a lot to do with identity, being the I am. So with Aries energy, with so much Aries energy at the moment, because think about it, we're in Aries season. So the sun is there as well. And Mercury is there right now as well, which, is our mental body, our thoughts. And Mercury is, as of 2 days ago, retrograde, which has a lot to do with reflection. So my question to you is, who are you? And how are your thoughts creating who you are? Just take time to really think about that. And do you feel your inherent beauty, or is there a disconnect? Because if so, then that is something that has the opportunity to be healed. Because remember, that's not something that you have to earn or endeavor for. It is inherent. So if one has a disconnect to that feeling of inner beauty, then that is something that we have the opportunity to heal. Chiron is the wounded healer, and takes that wound and not only heals it, but takes the wisdom that is one and uses it to help others. So just remember that Aries has to do with the I am, and just be mindful of how you're using those words. The last placement that I really wanted to speak about is Pluto in Aquarius. We just came from Pluto in Capricorn, and that was wild. Pluto in Capricorn has a lot to do with gender roles. So if you think about the fact that Pluto has been in Capricorn for like 15 years, except for moving shortly into Aquarius and then back into Capricorn, and but it's been there it was over a decade. And during that time, we saw a lot happening in the space of questioning gender roles. It was pretty intense. And so if you look at, we're moving into Pluto and Aquarius now. Aquarius is an energy of throwing off conditioning. It's Uranus rules Aquarius. So Pluto is coming together with the energy with the sign connected to Uranus. And so the last time we saw something like this was in the 60s when Pluto was conjunct Uranus, for example. So this is an energy of revolution. The question is, how is this revolution going to take place? It can be an energy of activism, especially when you consider the North Node conjunct Chiron and Aries. There's definitely an opportunity for more activism. There's definitely going to be a lot of people throwing off conditioning and demanding more opportunities to be authentic, to be themselves. And so those of us who are light workers and earth angels really need to step up, because people are going to be looking for guidance. They're going to be looking for people to help them to connect more to their inner being. And I see it as my job with my two businesses, Eat Your Moon and Starseed Evolution, to help identify light workers, earth angels, starseeds, call it what you want, but whoever is here to help people to activate the truth of who they are within. I want to help these people awaken and to start taking up the leadership positions that belong to them. Because often we complain about our leaders, but we earth angels and light workers, when we have the opportunity to step up, we often end up dealing with toxic shame, toxic humility, imposter syndrome, multiple things that are keeping us from taking up those positions of power. So it's time for us to heal. Chiron conjunct the North Node. It is time for us to heal, to embrace the I am, to step up and say, I am a light worker. I am an earth worker. I am a star seed. I am powerful. I am a leader. And to take up that identity, come into resonance with that internal power so that we can start taking up the space we need to. We need to start occupying that space so that we can be the leaders that we are meant to be, and we can help the earth shift into the higher vibration that it is meant to shift into. So now we're going to move into a card reading as well as into the journaling prompts. But first, I just want to remind you, the solar eclipse is coming April 8th. And guess what sign it's going to be in? Aries. I mean, it's a whole lot of shiznit going on in Aries at the moment. And Aries has to do with identity, with the I am, with self-reliance. And the polarity point of Aries is Libra, which is justice. So we're going to see a lot going on in the space of activism, the space of justice, space of social interactions, learning through our relationships. So I'm going to do a separate video for the solar eclipse, so make sure to check that out. And right now, let's get into the card readings. These are pick a card readings, and you can choose the pile that you feel drawn to and just see if there's a message there for you that resonates. Hello, my dear pile one. So let's take a look at your cards. Unity. I am unstable is the trigger statement. The truth statement is I am aware. You are strengthening the connection between your energetic and physical bodies to help you manifest your goals. I doubt it. There is hope. With fresh eyes, see the potential within this situation. Okay, so some of you may be feeling a little out of whack, or like maybe the situation around you is out of whack, and you may be doubting whether or not it can ever come into a kind of congruence or peace again. Just know that with Jupiter and Uranus and Taurus, there's an opportunity for more stability. It's just that the answer may not be what you expect it to be with Uranus there. So Jupiter's there, like, yeah, there's an abundance there. With Taurus there's this positivity, there's resources available. But Uranus is going to say, we're going to do it our way. This is going to be something that may not be what you expect, but we're going for your highest, greatest, authentic good. Okay, so let's see what we have. Rooster, an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. Older woman, dealings in relationship with an older woman. Ooh, we have wealth. Okay. Pin, a new job and career. June. Ooh, June is soon. But we also have an angel here as well. Lion, time to act. So I don't think you guys can really see these cards. Move these up. So stability is coming. Stability is coming, but you're going to need to act. And with this lion, you're going to need to be self-confident. You're going to need to believe in yourself and believe that someone new is entering your life. Dealings or relationship with a man, take care. Enemies are working against you. So let's see. So I feel like with this bat energy, there's a transformation coming, a transformation within some relationships. And you may see here with dealings with the older woman, dealings with the man, we have the feminine and the masculine here. So that's something that could be healing within your life, whether it's through your earth relationships here or even the divine and feminine and masculine within. We have here the rooster with an arrogant person that you should not cross. And it's interesting because at the moment we have Venus and Pisces. And when Venus energy combines with Neptune energy, we have the potential for love, divine love, as well as, the earthly physical love. And then we also have the opportunity to heal relationships when it comes to, it can be romantic, but it can also be ancestral. It can be also older things. So if there are topics where something seems to be a pattern or ancestral, whether this rooster energy and bat energy has to do with a boss, or it could be a family member, whatever it is. I'm tending towards career because here says new job and career, but this is a general reading. So some of you may be wanting to go a new path and have a new opportunity. It's time to act. It's time to release any old energy that sees you betting against yourself. It's time to release any vitriol, any compliance with energy that is betting against you, and just release it and trust in yourself, trust in the universe, and ask for help. Let's get some more information on this. Just pull 2 cards. Balanced life. Love seeks your well-being. So if you have relationships in your life that are not for your highest, greatest good, it's time to release and find a better solution that allows you really to love yourself. Union of love. Usually in our relationships, if there's something that's missing, there's also something we're not giving to ourselves. So if you feel like something's missing, then make sure that you're giving that love to yourself as well. Life's purpose. Now, these 2 cards came out in pile 2, so you may want to check that out as well. And there may just be a relationship in your life that's not for your highest, greatest good that you may want to reevaluate. And just ask yourself, if I give myself permission to allow more balance in my life, more love in my life, can I allow doors to open that actually allow me to live the life that I have been wanting to live? I mean, look at her. She's holding a jug of water, um, and she's holding it at her solar plexus. You know, there's a full jug, there's a fullness here, but she also has her hand on top of it, you know, blocking the entrance of the jug. And there are two things that come to my mind in that moment. If you can hear that, that's my cat. They're chasing each other. Um, and when she has her hand over the jug, there are two questions I have. Are you blocking your own positive manifestation by allowing things to happen in your life that are not for your highest, greatest good? And the other question is, are you protecting yourself? Are you protecting your energy and your abundance from energies that aren't honoring who you are, you know, who you are as a divine being? So these are all questions that you can ask yourself and really go within and say, okay, you know, what is causing, you know, I am unstable. What is causing this instability in my life? Am I aware of it? You know, am I aware of it? Because awareness is the beginning of healing. It's the beginning of change. Am I aware of what's causing the instability of my life? And if I release the doubt, if I release the doubt and I release those who are doubting me, and I release, um, my doubting myself, allow that angelic energy to come through and to help me, and I can open the doors for wealth. I can open the doors for opportunity. I can act with self confidence. So I feel like I need to encourage you to be there for yourself, to stand up for yourself, and to honor and to really pamper yourself. So beware of any need to protect your energy. Obsidian is a great stone for energy protection. And just be aware of, who am I sharing my energy with, who is perhaps not for my highest, greatest good. And then just remember, am I speaking to myself in a way that honors who I truly am? Am I treating myself in a way that is a union of love? Do I have a union of love with my own higher self? Or am I treating myself in a way that if someone else has said that to me, you know, it would have been cancel culture all the way? But am I saying things to myself and not checking myself on that? You know, sometimes we have to set boundaries with ourselves and really say, okay, from now on, there was only a language of love happening here, you know, because if I can't speak lovingly to myself, how can I expect the people around me to do so? So make sure you're taking care of yourself and you're releasing anything that's not for your highest, greatest good. We have chair, someone new entering your life. So if any of you are in abusive or difficult relationships or situations, know there's an opportunity for newness. There's an opportunity uh, for balance here. But first, we must become aware of it and then give ourselves permission to love ourselves, to create a union of love with ourselves as well as with the divine energy. I hope that is helpful to you. Invite more simple pleasures into your life. Look for the beauty that is all around you, and then you will open that door to the wealth and to the opportunity that is here. Some of this will apply to you all career wise, and some of you it would be relationship wise. But trust that there's opportunity for stability, there's opportunities for love and for strength. But first, we must open to the beauty that surrounds us so that we can cleanse our channels and allow all the abundance that the universe is offering us to come through. Much love. Hi, Pile 2. So let's take a look at your card. Oh, Will, I am a victim. I am powerful beyond measure. You are strong and capable. With gratitude, optimism, and action, manifest the life you desire. Oh, Basil, I am tired of it all. I find strength in my purpose. Please rest and know that in this stillness you will find clarity around your purpose here. The need to cope will fall away as you find the question you are the answer to. How fitting. I think at the moment, a lot of us are tired. So if you're feeling like, oh, I'm tired of it all, please don't feel badly about feeling that way. The energy is an energy of healing. And with the card, I am a victim, I am powerful beyond measure. You know, the trigger statement being I am a victim, the true statement being I am powerful beyond measure. It's just letting you know that the power is within you to change your circumstances. Not only are you powerful enough to change your circumstances, but you are also deserving of that change. Let's see. Tint, temporary situation. What a great card to pull. This is a phase. This is a cycle that is coming to an end. What can help you is grapes. Time to go out and have fun. We have arrow here. You are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. Well, family wishes come true. Flute, disappointment in a friend or lover, triumph over troubles and obstacles. That sounds to me absolutely wonderful. This is a very positive reading. So there may be a situation where you're feeling kind of like you don't have much control over what's happening. All you know is that you're really just ready for it to work out. You're ready for everything to be okay. You've done enough. You've done what you can, and you're just kind of in a position of surrender. Just know that you are powerful in the ability to support the change in this situation by also making sure you raise your vibration. And when we acknowledge our power, even when we can't take action, but acknowledge um, our energetic power as divine universal beings, then we can also contribute to changing the situation. A lot of times we end up worrying because we've learned culturally or traditionally that worry gives us the feeling that we're actually doing something. The interesting thing is that according to the universe, it's actually the other way around. The less you worry and the more of a positive vibe you bring to the situation, the more you're actually contributing to positive change within your life. So pull yourself up. If you're feeling down, get out and go have fun. Do something nice for yourself, you know? Call up friends who you can trust that you can have a good time with, or, do something that you enjoy. Do it alone, do it with others, whatever it is that speaks to your heart. I just have that image of, the person laying down and being fed grapes and um, just being pampered. So pamper yourself, be good to yourself. This cycle is temporary, it's coming to an end. Any disappointment that you've had in your relationships, here we have family wishes coming true. So whether this is a romantic partnership in the sense of family, or, friends that you consider family, or your birth family, whatever it is, know that you will triumph. All will be well. You will triumph, and you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. And I'm assuming it has to do with your relationships. But know this is temporary. Know that you are powerful beyond measure. And the best thing you could do to really help this situation to move forward is actually to do something nice for yourself. Know that you and your loved ones are safe. Go out, have fun, do something nice for yourself. Any additional messages? Union of love. Okay, so some of you might have been worrying about your partnership. Embrace the beloved within your heart. So before we can really enter into a relationship that's um, healthy, we have to be making sure that we're loving ourselves, that we're being good to ourselves. Because often when something's missing in a relationship, there's something we're not giving to ourselves. So make sure you're out there being good to yourself, loving yourself, and just trusting that everything is going to work out, that whatever obstacle is there, triumph is waiting. Life's purpose. Seek your own deeper vision for life. Often, when we focus on our life purpose and soul mission, all the other aspects of our lives tend to fall into place, because then we come in alignment with our divine blueprint and with our divine will. So focus on your life's purpose. Get clear. This is Saturn and Pisces energy. This is North Node in Aries energy, Sun in Aries, Mercury in Aries. This is, what do I want? What do I desire? Get clear on that. And give yourself permission to go after it. And what will help you is bringing in this energy of playfulness. And that's divine feminine power, has an energy of playfulness. So get quiet, get still. And sometimes the way we get still is not necessarily by sitting down. Sometimes it's movement, it's sports, is getting out in the fresh air. Sometimes we can't sit and meditate, because if we do, then we're just kind of sitting in our stuff, sitting in our thoughts. So get out, have fun, move, get in the fresh air, and allow inspiration to come to you. And understand that you are a powerful being beyond measure, and that there's a deeper vision for life out there for you. Allow love to come in the form of human relationships, animal relationships, also in the form of divine love. Neptune in Pisces at the moment. allow that divine love to come through. Venus in Pisces at the moment. So allow that love to come through for yourself as well as with the divine. And as you love yourself more and as you cultivate this love with the universe more, you will pull in loving relationships into your life. And you will also continue to heal the relationships that are currently in your life. Take care, my love. Welcome, Pile 3. So let's see. Let's see what your cards are. There is no answer. I am the answer. The aligned outcome for you is simple, but not necessarily easy. Commit your goals to heart each day and know every single action will take you closer to them. Innocence. I have so much to do. I am playful. Let the burdens of responsibility go in this moment and look at your world with the eyes of a child. So this is a divine feminine call to more playfulness. Sometimes when we're trying to go our new path or, pull something into the world, manifest, we can get so caught up in the industrial, because that's also how our cultures tend to be. And this is calling for more of the divine feminine energy, which has to do with playfulness. So let's take a look at your tea leaves. Hills, obstacles to overcome. Happiness. Unicorn, use your intuition. Okay, crib, birth. Okay, so right now, a lot of people have a lot of interest. So it could be that you have so many interests that you're not quite sure what direction to go or what direction to take. And you may think there's no answer. And that might be an obstacle for you to overcome at the moment. And Aries is Mercury is in Aries at the moment. So we don't necessarily want to be impulsive because Mercury in Aries can be kind of an impulsive energy. What I'm reading here is use your intuition to make beneficial changes. So there is an answer, but you may need to get still and really listen within. What is my excitement telling me? What am I looking forward to? What feels good to me? Where do I feel inspiration? Some of you may be familiar with Abraham or Esther Hicks, who talks about resonance, coming into a resonance with what it is that you want to manifest. The point is, not only do you come into resonance, but when the inspiration hits, then you follow that inspiration, you follow your intuition, and you can completely overcome these obstacles because look at the sun coming up. So a person standing here is not necessarily going to see the sun, but from our perspective, we can see there's changes coming, opportunities are coming, the path is getting easier. It's just we can't necessarily see it from where we're standing. But look, here's the sun again. There's happiness coming and something is being birthed through you. So it may be that you're carrying something right now. You're pregnant with an idea. You're not quite sure how to bring it to life. Maybe even pregnant with life. But know that happiness is waiting for you. And with unicorn energy, we're not just talking about intuition. We're talking about magic. And for magic to really happen, we have to be willing to believe. We have to be willing to have unconditional trust. And, with all these placements in Pisces at the moment, it's really calling you to believe that the universe is on your side and what you want wants you as well. And there is an answer. You are the answer. You are your niche. You are what needs to be followed. So make sure that you're following the North Node in Aries conjunct Chiron and doing a lot of self-healing, releasing, setting boundaries, really being there for yourself, showing up for yourself so that you can get the stillness and the healing that you need to allow what's waiting for you to really come through. And the more you heal, the easier it is to get still so that you can feel and know what's coming through. So my suggestion would be 5 minutes a day, just get still and ask your higher self, is there anything I should know, any wisdom, and then just see what comes through. And if it doesn't come through immediately, you may have feelings and impulses and hits during the day. Let's just add some move forward. Okay, so it's time to take action on your ideas. Wait a second, I want you to be able to see this. Move forward. Experience the grace of who you truly are. Open mind. Replace the old cycle with a new and exciting one. So move forward with your intuition, with allowing yourself, giving yourself permission to be yourself. And as you give yourself permission to be yourself, you will discover more and more what it is that you want to share with the world. Or if you already know, then you will discover more and more that courage to actually birth it, to actually bring it to life. And keep an open mind, because as you go this path, you may find that it becomes even more beautiful and expansive than you possibly could have imagined. But it's time to replace the old cycle. North Node in Aries, South Node in Libra. We're breaking karmic cycles. It's time to do something new, time to do something exciting. Follow your excitement, follow your intuition, and just trust something new is coming. And it's full of light, full of love, full of happiness. Take care. Hey, my love. So now we're going to take a look at the journaling prompts. These are questions to really help you to go within and to get clear on your I am, to help you to access that beauty and bounty of Jupiter, conjunct Uranus, and Taurus. So just take a look at the questions, let them move through you, and give yourself an opportunity to really reflect. One thing I noticed is that what's really made my journey particularly powerful is giving myself permission to be with myself, to spend time with myself, to get to know myself and understand how I feel, why I feel a certain way. What is it that I'm feeling? Often with our emotions, we tend to suppress them. And that's Cancer energy. Cancer is saying, give yourself an opportunity to feel what it is that you're feeling, to understand what it is that your emotions are trying to communicate with you. So let's take a look at these journaling prompts and give ourselves an opportunity to get closer to our I am.
What can I do to show myself that I'm willing and ready to give to myself? What have I healed over the past year? What have I let go of? What newness has come into my life over the past year? What new gifts am I activating in my life right now? What factors eclipse my creativity? What is my relationship to visibility? Do I allow myself to be seen? How do I enjoy reconnecting to my creativity? How can I invite more love into my life?
Thank you for joining me, loves. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. And if you want to see more of anything particular, then please let me know in the comments below. Also, make sure to share your experiences. We're a community. We are a community of one. So just make sure that you share your experiences, because often whatever it is that affects you tends to have an effect on someone else. And solidarity as well as representation are absolutely important going forward. So I hope to see you in the next video.